insane dreams. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. She's got a bad attitude, can't you see? Foodie Beauty, fat flex, but she shapes to be. Freezing, don't care, facing the screen. Ruling girl world like it's her scene. Just breathing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream. Tears down the walls with the wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile. Leaving haters burned, exiled. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. That baddest woman with a smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Sharp tongue blade and a smoldering smile. Leaving haters burned, exiled. She tears down the walls with her wit so raw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Filters off, can't handle her flaw. Leaving haters burned, exiled. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Living each moment without a damn care. Streaming her truth for all to share. Girl world shaking under her reign. Feel the wrath of just Breezen's name. Just breezing the day, ain't no one can catch. Calling out the fakes, leaving them in the patch. Baddest woman with the smirk so mean. In the murky depths of live stream.
Hello, good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hello, hello. Okay, this stream, wait, first let me say hey to you guys. Satan, no, okay. So I realized you said hi to me, and then I did the Foodie Beauty FU emoji, and I didn't want you to think I was like, F you, Satan. Hello, good morning, by the way. Hello, Free the People. Hello, Lori. Hello, Satan again. Andrea, good to see you, beautiful. I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Hello, Joe. Good morning. Who else is here? Pink Cotton Candy. Your name just makes me so happy. Hello, Pink Cotton Candy. Bent face. What is the pregnant with a moose? Or what is she pregnant with? A moose or a hippo? Both. Both. Hey, Lisa. Good morning to Sweden. How are you? Hello. Okay, so this stream is kind of a mixture of a lot of things. Some things we missed from the other day of Foodie Beauty, the stuff we missed when we left her live stream yesterday. Um, Apparently, she said she's gonna go around telling people she's pregnant, because she might be embarrassed that she's so fat, but I find that really gross. I don't know about anybody else. It's like, at that point, put the fork down. If you have to go around telling people you're pregnant, you have a problem. You have a problem. Anyways, so it's a mixture of things. I think some girl world gossip mixed in there, and we're gonna do it all on Twitter. And then today, I'm helping my sister paint her house. Actually, we all are, and we're having taco night, and I'm really effing excited. But I don't make my tacos how you guys make your tacos. Like, well, we have the meat option, obviously, because my family likes meat. But I put rice in my tacos, or sometimes potatoes. Have you ever tried it that way? It's very effing good. I'm very excited. We do like a taco bar type thing. I should post it just so Foodie can rage about it tomorrow or something. Hey, Em, how much you want to make a bet? She's been telling people that she's pregnant. Hey, Trauma, that she's been telling people she's pregnant already. I bet she's been doing that for a very long time now, which makes sense why sometimes she goes out to eat and they bring her like a slice of cake or an extra food item. I remember when I was pregnant how much differently I was treated. It was very nice. People gave up their seats, everybody opened doors. And sometimes people do that. Like if you order food, they're like, "Oh, you're eating for two," and they'll give you like an extra something. It's very nice. So it wouldn't shock me if Foodie was doing that, honestly. It's still effing gross to me, though. Hey, Tia. Hey, Kathy. She looks way too old to get away with claiming to be pregnant, delusional as ever. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. There's a whole lot of screenshots on Twitter, by the way. She legitimately looks like she's been pregnant for 4 years now, with twins. I don't know. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay, let me share this screen. She's eating for 12. She's eating for 12. She looks like it. I mean, she looks like Octomom. I'm not even meaning that to sound rude, but it's the truth. Okay, hold on. Let me fix this. Even though you guys are just going to move by the time I check on you again, we'll put you here. We'll see where you end up by the time I'm done with this stream. This is so scary to me, but let's remember she's doing this to herself. How much does like Life by Jen does she look like? Right before Jen passed, and I'm not talking badly about Jen at all. This is all about Foodie Beauty. Like this would wake me the F up. Would it wake you up? Ugh. Tired F said she's there. Gino said she would literally be the same, or they would literally be the same person without the compression hood, is what they called it. Um, this is very disgusting if it's what I think it is. And I think my mind went to, actually, I don't know if I want to give you a whole intro because it might not be what I think it is. But Kristen said I don't even know what to say.
Why did I eat the cake like that?
Oh, it definitely is. So I apparently have a very dirty mind because what she was talking about didn't sound like she was eating cake. But anyways, I can't believe a married woman is behaving like this and talking like this online. Let me just shut up. I'm in a talkative mood. Sorry.
Why did I eat the cake like that? It just fell out of my mouth a bit. It was a huge bite. I don't know. I just get the urge to shove it in my face. Like, I love it. I wish someone would, like, throw a pie in my face. I would eat it. Why did
I'm
I
just
eat
gonna
the
play it
cake like
again.
that?
Hey, small lady.
It just fell out of my mouth a bit. It was a huge bite. I don't know. I just get the
She
urge
is
to shove it in
disgusting.
my face. Like, I love it. I wish.
You need rehab desperately. Desperately, and if anybody loves you or cares about you, they will send you there. They will say that you're a danger to yourself, and without treatment I don't know, I wouldn't ever say this about anybody else because I don't think people should be stuck in conservatorships and all that stuff unless they truly effing need it, right? Anyways, but Foodie needs one, does she not? Foodie, out of anybody on this planet who needs a conservatorship and somebody to make decisions for her, like it's her. She needs somebody who says she has to go to rehab. If she doesn't, this will happen. She needs somebody to control her finances. She needs to basically be treated like an 8-year-old, 10-year-old, right? Like you have to go to bed at 8. You need to wake up at 7. These are your options of what you can eat today. No, you can't have pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, you cannot. This is what she needs. And if anybody cares about her, they would do that. There was a point in my life, and I know this is probably going to be used against me, but I don't care. There was a point in my life where my mom and my sister talked about putting me under one, where they had, like, they were in control. Like, she has to go see a doctor every single month. She has to be in sober living. She has to ask us for money. You know what I mean? Like, they were going to do that because they loved me so much and they didn't want me to keep ending up out on the street. Because at some point, I wasn't going to keep getting lucky, right? Like, yeah, at the time I was young, so a young woman roaming the streets alone, inebriated, I was either gonna die or something horrible was gonna happen to me, it just was. Anyways, she needs one, she really needs one. Is she reminiscing about Dee Dee? I think so. Hold on, I feel like my AirPods are falling out of my ears, so maybe I didn't put them in right, which I do that a lot. Hold on. No, they're in right, I don't know why they're falling out. Okay, well, hopefully they'll stay in now. She needs serious help. She really does. Foodie needs one. She does. Okay, so Kiki Savoy said Chantal's heaven is someone treating her like a 3-year-old. Hol- Um, treating her like a 3-year-old, holding her cuddled close, touching her beautiful face, cooing and loving her, telling her how pretty she is, singing, "Who's that wonderful girl? Could she be any cuter?" Pressing treats and sweets on her. What a way to live. Twinkle Toe said, "I don't see her ever getting better. She seems determined to stuff her face until she's dead." That's what she wants. I mean, the other day when she was raging and she said if she wants to eat herself to death, basically, it's her decision. Let her. Jenny from HR said, "I wish someone would throw a pie in my face. I volunteer as tribute." Logical said 41 years old. Picture of success. Foodie Booby said Cytophilia. Crazy O'Gabby said, "Oh, she would love a feeder." Well, she already has several. Krabby Sign said, "I can't believe she actually admitted that. If you eat slower and actually have it in your mouth more, it will one, digest better, and two, make you eat less. It's not normal to know you shove that much food in your mouth because you love it. She needs serious professional help." She does. I'm happy to say the conservatorship didn't end up happening for me because at some point, I don't know, you either get better or I guess you don't. And I just decided I didn't want to live that way anymore. It was like a whole thing. And I went through a lot before I decided to change. But it's crazy to think about. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm going to toot my own horn for a second. It's crazy to think about how far I've come. Where at one point in my life, nobody trusted me. I was known as the person out on the streets, regular in the jail on the weekends, family talking about a conservatorship, and now I'm trusted to keys to my family's homes. You know what I mean? They want me to cook my sweet potatoes tonight. Like, it's crazy if you put in the work what your life can become. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. Anyways, Booty, I wonder if she's too far gone sometimes. And I hate to say that about people, but in these pictures we're about to see, you'll see why I'm saying this. But in general, I don't think that she has a strong mindset. Like, she doesn't have the will to want to change. She can't picture a life outside eating 24/7, which is pretty sad to me if you think about it. Imagine not wanting to get better for like the people around you and the life like you could show up for, and just choosing to eat yourself to death all alone. That's pretty effing sad. Eyelash said, "Prepping Rami on the same plate she eats from." Oh my gosh, that's one way to live your life. And was she doing this in the living room? Good morning, here for fun. Hello, I'm so tired. Have mercy. Hello, she provides money. Yes. Oh my gosh, Andrea, I'm so sorry I missed you gifting memberships. You gifted 5. Thank you. Farah, welcome to the Breezy Bunch, gorgeous. I don't know if you're actually listening right now, but if you're here, hello. Beth, yes, you received one. Welcome to the Breezy Bunch, Mr. S. C. Diaz, welcome. And Ivy Mike got one too. Welcome to the Breezy Bunch, you guys. Feel free to use the members emojis. If you want any new ones, you guys, if you have any ideas, basically, not ideas, but if there's something that we say regularly that you would like to use, feel free to let me know because now that Aaron and I figured out how to update them and upload them, the sky is the effing limit, okay? Good morning. I'm so tired. Hello. Anyways, this is disgusting. It looks like she chopped up Salah in her living room, and again, when she starts making huge chunks of meat look small next to her hand. But then again, how does her hand look so huge and so filtered at the same effing time? Can she even close her hand anymore at that point if it's so swollen? I'm closing my hand right now, trying to think if all my fingers were swollen, would they be able to close? No, I lived that life when I had preeclampsia. My hands would not close, they were so swollen. She looks like she has That's what people are gonna think. She's a pregnant woman with preeclampsia. That's it. Rudy, you're fucked up. Anyways, her hand is terrifying. London said they just threw up. I think she enjoys being sick. I think she enjoys having the shits because it keeps Salah around. Um, Maybe she thinks she's gonna lose weight. Maybe. That wouldn't surprise me. She's like, "Well, I can't diet. That's not working out for me. I don't really want to do weight loss surgery. I'll just stay sick all the time." Hmm. Kelly shared this. Deja Vu said my grandma had a dress like that. Oh my god, those same. I just remembered my grandma's muumuus. Oh my god, mom, if you're listening, please tell me we still have them. Okay, so at one point my grandparents used to like to travel to Hawaii. It like became their thing. And so my grandma would go to Hawaii and she'd come back with all these muumuus and she had all the colors. Now they were really pretty. Like I'll give you that. Maybe when I'm old, I will just live my best muumuu life. No bra, no shoes on. You guys, I cannot wait to be 80. I'm gonna wear my muumuus all around town. I just had a whole vision. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, yes, I feel like my grandma even had a leopard muumuu dress. I feel like it. I bet they looked better on her grandma, probably. You guys, I cannot wait to be old. I'm gonna live in my tiny home and I'm gonna clean my home in my muumuus. I'm never gonna wear a bra again, I tell you. Once I get past a certain age, I'm just going braless. Right now, I feel like I kind of have to because I want to keep them perky. But just know that I do not enjoy bras. And really, my version of heaven is a shoeless, braless paradise. That's amazing. All right, let's keep going. Anyways, Kristen said Chantel has been live since I woke up this morning. Here's what she's been doing. First, she and Salah took their dirty ass fan to be repaired. Then, of course, she had to feed, so she had shawarma and fries, which we saw she finished like basically almost half the thing, right, in like one chomp. She had to feed. Next, he dragged her out to the desert for a herpel and a manky camel hug. Those poor camels, by the way. I know she wants us all to be jealous that she lives in Kuwait. And I'm just gonna say this, I don't care who I piss off. What she shows, Kuwait looks like a shithole. I'm not trying to be rude. There's probably really nice places, but it looks like it's covered in trash and they don't appreciate or value animals very much. But what do I know? I'm going off of what Foodie Beauty shows. It looks like every animal is abused or neglected or sick. And it looks like people just drink water and soda and throw their trash right on the ground. Anyways, they ended up getting a new fan instead of having the old one repaired. And it took the two, by the way, if people are getting mad right now, I'm sure people think the US is a shithole. So let me think what I want to think. Okay. What I see of Kuwait, I would never want to move there in a million years. It actually looks like hell to me. So they ended up getting a new fan instead of having the old one repaired. And it took the two of them big brains together over 15 minutes to assemble something with less than a dozen parts. Chantel was actually more effective at building it than Salah, if that tells you anything about his level of handiness. I'm jealous of Kuwait. Hey, Zephyr. I'm sure Kuwait is okay, but it's not Hawaii or something, right? Hawaiian muumuus are different. My mom rocked the shit out of them. So you know what I'm talking about. They were actually really pretty. They looked well made. It's not like they were like the 488 Walmart muumuus, okay? I feel like some of them were actually like a silk. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but she had like all a variety of these muumuus from Hawaii. And then she had this fascination with these like seashell animal things. But she always came back with one for me and my sister. If you've ever been to Hawaii or you live there, I guess you'll know what I'm talking about. They're like bears made out of seashells, all different kinds of animals. I really hope my mom still has these things. I really hope they're in a box somewhere. I hope she didn't sit on the poor camel. She didn't. Most of them ran away from her and Salah. Cool trauma, Sherry, sweet. Do you have any pictures of the muumuus? Trauma. And will you please send them to me if you can? I feel like I want people to know what we're talking about. If I can find them or if my mom has them somewhere, I'll post it. But in the meantime, if you have any photos, please send them my way. And like I'll block out your mom and everything. Or just like if you have a picture of the actual moo. Imagine dragging a filthy cat hair, dirt dust, encrusted fan to repair. No. And I heard she was rude to people. I didn't see the whole thing. I honestly popped in and out to take screenshots of her under eyes because they terrify me. So Thunder Rain said, "Are you kidding? Foodie is disabled." Granted, it's her own fault, but still, the fact that he needed her help in her current state says a lot about how useless he really is. I mean, would you be with a dude with a small peen and who couldn't even put together a fan? And who has a bad hairline? Foodie, I don't know how to break this to you, but we don't want to live in your hell, and we don't want to your small peen man. Has he told you about his first wife yet? Did he feed her to death? I'm genuinely curious. People though said not this bitch being as wide and round as a pregnant camel. I almost called it a candle. Camel. If you are as big as a camel, again, rehab, rehab. This camel is so beautiful. I wish they were treated better. I gotta get off this. Night Owl, welcome to the Breezy Bunch. Hi. Hey, Dandelion, she's outgrowing her clothes. At one point, they used to be, I don't want to say big on her, but they were loose, right? A little loose fitting, at least at one point. Now she's outgrowing them and she's going to have to go shopping at Dick's or REI for a tent. Anyway, I thought this was so fun. I just called her an idiot though. So she posted a picture of her Mafe. And the best way I can describe it is if you've ever seen puke sitting in a parking lot in the hot sun on a summer day in the Walmart, the bar parking lot, wherever it is you may have seen it. That is what her food looked like. It looked like it had been marinating in the sun after being in somebody's stomach. Anyways, apparently, if we think it looks greasy and disgusting, we have no culture. So you out there, if you find her cooking disgusting, you have no culture, okay? I'm gonna show you what it looked like. I mean, am I exaggerating? It looks like puke at Disneyland. That's exactly what it looks like. Somebody got off a ride and threw up, and they haven't come to clean it up yet. I am so glad I have a stronger stomach than I used to. I would probably be vomiting right now. This is horrible. I think she puked in a bowl and called it a stew. It does look like crap. It's her version of Mafe, but I'm gonna show you guys, like, pictures of what it actually looks like. And while I still probably wouldn't eat it, it doesn't look like this. It looks good, actually, but, it's hard to describe. I probably wouldn't eat it. I'd probably just eat the rice, but it doesn't look like this, okay? There you go. This is how it could have looked like or should have looked like. Especially if you're showing it off and you want people to say, "Oh, damn, she's eating well." Everything she cooks or eats looks like it's been in a baby's diaper, right? Like, so her version hold on, and what it could actually look like. But again, if you make fun of her, you have no culture, okay? Hold on, I wanna look at these comments. Adamame said, "Because BB taught her how to cook this. That's why she feels so entitled. It looks a bit decent when she cooked it in the past." Your mom's emotional support carrot said she's too lazy to cook properly now. I think knowing her husband's fetishes now, she has to keep him around how she can. So if it looks like poop, he'll stay. If it's gonna make her poop, he'll stay. Julia shits on the floor and got called good girl, not surprised. Cypher said uncultured swine. Google it, it looks so much better. Chantal just stops and I'm telling you, this, it looks good. But I'm assuming there's some sort of meat in it, right? So that's probably why I wouldn't eat it. But it still looks good. This looks pretty. It looks like it has color. It looks edible. All right, let's keep going. Let's get off the puke. Well, temporarily. I'm sure we're going to come back to the puke. King Savoy said, "It's so small." Foodie Beauty on her wedding night. Probably. Oh, Lord. I still can't get over how he thought it was a good idea to send some of the pictures he did. Like the feet pictures, the dirty ass, crusty feet. with a cigarette in a bathtub. This small peen picture, like, Salah, if you're listening, next time you send your peen, you really have to know your angles, okay? You need to try to make it look bigger, maybe even like shine a flashlight on it so it has a shadow. I really don't know, but the angle wasn't doing you any good. Not that like any angle would really help, but it just, it wasn't attractive. And please don't send them out anymore. Nobody can work with a half incher. Nobody. All right, so Julie said, not Foodie Beauty harassing the locals again, because she posted camel hugs. These poor camels. More of what it could look like. Let's see. Two-Tailed said, funny how it took a total of 10 seconds to find multiple photos of Mafe that don't look like a toilet bowl full of greasy diarrhea. Chantel can't cook for shit. Literally. I don't know how I feel about this one. And I don't know if I would have picked this one to put up. But again, maybe I'm just ignore me. This looks better. This is more inviting than that to me. Um, I just think it's not my type of dish. I just I'm not trying to insult it. Maybe you love it. Um, I just don't like this one picture. This one did it for me. At first, I was kind of like open to it without the whole meat part in it. But this one, I'm not okay with this one. Ivy, hey STD, don't talk about me like that, please. I know. I really think that you should start saving and you should get a surgery to elongate it or something. Well, actually, no, because you're pervy and you might go graping more Bibles. Don't get a surgery. Stay small peened, then you can't hurt anybody else. Okay, now this looks nice. Look at how cute this one is. This is much more inviting to me. I like this one, but not if Foodie made it because she is dirty. I've seen better and worse. I care about one thing, low carb, middle of nowhere. And thanks for gifted membership. I wasn't even here when you got it. Andrea gifted it to you. You would try it at least? Yeah. If he sent his peen to others, hey, fashionable. I'm sure Chantal had seen it before she arrived in Sandland. And she still chose to go there. Like, that's so wild to me. And she still chose to go there. But I guess when you've had 3 STDs and most of the world knows about it, like, what else can you get other than a half-inched peened man? Anyway, so this one is I like this. This is nice. The goth said Buffalo's dish looks like a bowel movement. I mean, it looks like it's alive. I just want to go. I just want to go. Oh my gosh, her clothes and how they used to fit and how they fit now. Nana Spike T said, because I gotta do it. Honestly, if I was in this bad a shape, I'd hope someone would do a side by side of me. The difference in the top shirt is insane. Okay, let's see. Oh, good lord. Yeah, the first one used to be kind of flowy. Wow. But she hasn't gained that much weight being in Kuwait, right? Her arm is massive. How can you even lift it at that point? Devil Woman said that scuba hood is ridiculous. I'd never walk around like a fool. I mean, if you see how people look when they wear hijabs and abayas, like some people style themselves so beautifully. The way they layer everything, they look well put together. And then there's Foodie, who looks like she literally put like a swim cap on her head and threw on somebody's potato sack and then rolled out of bed. I guess Salah went live. He just looks like a greasy pervert to me. And he looks so douchey when he wears the sweatband when he live streams. It's just I don't know. Julie said, "Another live with Salah. Same douchey outfit from 4 years ago or 4 days ago, not 4 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. They are definitely desperate for money right now. We'll find out the reason soon, I'm sure." Why do they never change their clothes? I mean, maybe it's just me. I feel like jeans you can get away with, like, wearing 2 days in a row, but everything else you should change, right? You shouldn't live and sleep in the same outfit for 3 days at a time. He's such a tool. I guess he wants to hide his hairline, so most of us have seen it. Just shave your head at this point. There's no saving it. Please don't glue the carpet to it again, that looked horrible. Just shave the fucking thing. It's too greasy anyways, you don't enjoy washing it. Just shave it all off. You might even have lice in it at this point. Wonder Mom said, "Foodie Beauty, can we talk? You have no problem with your Temu car. You have no problem with your Temu tents you call dresses. You have no problem with your Temu husband. So why don't you order yourself a knife and a cutting board from Temu?" This is really pathetic. Cutting meat on a plate with a tiny little knife in your living room. You can invest in all the food you want, but you can't get a better knife and a cutting board? Why aren't you cutting that in the kitchen? Still doesn't make sense to me. Have you ever seen a life jacket be small on somebody? Have you ever seen that? Sultan says that that time we all had a chuckle because she was way too big for an adult life vest. It's not only supposed to go around your head, right? I feel like I wore them before. Maybe not this style. That's just, I don't. How'd you manage to make that look tiny? What the fuck is that? A life jacket? Minimal person, anything for 2 people in 3 years. She cooks everything as fast as possible because she can't wait to eat. I'm being serious. I believe that. I think so too. Hey John, I thought Chantal's dresses were called muumuus. Matt Cook said that life jacket would not be able to hold up her fupa. There's no way. It's supposed to strap around you. She's not even doing that. I'm like, I've never wore one around my head. I feel like I've always had the ones that go over your shoulders. What the fuck is this? So it wouldn't fit her and she had to put it around her head? It's even worse. Oh my lord. Foodie. Whatever you have to say about anybody else, I'm sure the majority of us would not have to put a life jacket around our head to survive. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Blazing Hate shared this and said Foodie Beauty is pregnant with twin lard. Looks dainty on her. Erin, hey, she could hand a dinghy around her neck. Oh my gosh, hang a dinghy. Yes. Okay, let's watch this. I think is this the clip?
Guys, I feel so fat. I'm gonna tell people I'm pregnant. Like, I'm not even kidding. Guys, I feel so fat. I'm gonna tell people I'm pregnant. Like, I'm not even kidding.
I think that's what she does. I think that's honestly it. Hey, Grunge! Does she have her own gravitational pull? Yes. She could. Oh, I read that. She could hang a dinghy. Let's keep going. Oh my lord. My back hurts looking at this. She manages to make her legs look like sticks compared to the rest of her. Like, that has to be a filter fail, right? I'm not saying that looks like a small leg, but it looks like it's become a toothpick and it's holding up the rest of her. She looks like a cake pop. Does she not? I see a cake pop. Oh, Lord. Okay. Fondue said wild. Manuel said she looks like she ate an exercise ball at some point and it never left her body. Is that where the purple ball went? Maybe she got hungry. There's a 5 foot tall skeleton in there. It's wild to think about. If you think about what the human skeleton looks like, and it's tiny underneath all of that. Shit. She looks like she ate an exercise ball. We read that one. I don't know, but this person is very cute. I don't know who they are. Cute but deadly. See clearly and stay focused with Divad Toki edition glasses. Okay. Well, I look like a bug when I wear glasses. I do. I look like a giant fly. They just don't look cute on me. Sunglasses, any type of glasses. But I do have a John Lennon nose. Maybe I need the round sunglasses. And I could look like John Lennon. That would work. Wonder Mom said Foodie Beauty thinks that this is the face of a woman that can talk about people being too ugly to get fucked. This is hilarious. Foodie, honestly, when was the last time you were fucked? Honestly. Back in Canada? When you had to pay for it? I don't think anybody would willingly touch you. Nope. Nope. I can't see it. Cypher said hotter than 90%. Grinch said she claims that her and Salad actually there's no effing way. With the half peen and the 9 fupas. The half peen isn't making it there. It's just not. I don't even think she knows where the hole is anymore. It's lost under all the rolls, which is actually kind of sad if you think about it. Charlie Gold said this should be a sign to put a padlock on the fridge, handcuff her to the treadmill, and cut off the internet. Drastic times call for drastic measures. I'm just playing this again to be petty, and then we'll go to the comment section.
Guys, I feel so fat. I'm gonna tell people I'm pregnant. Like, I'm not even kidding. Guys,
I love John Lennon. I do. I do. When I was young, I thought I was going to marry him until my parents put on this, like, because we had this thing on the weekends. It was like family time, and we watched Help. We would watch A Hard Day's Night. It was just our thing. I think we also ended up when we got a little bit older, it was like Yellow Submarine. Um, anyways, so I thought I was like in love with John Lennon's music, right? I just thought he was the best singer. I loved how he played the guitar. And then we watched, I believe it was a documentary, and that's when I found out he died. And I was so sad, and I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it, to be honest. Caroline said their entire argument on that 12-hour stream should have been a sign. Charlie said, very true. Yeah, do you remember the tantrum she threw because he wanted her to go down to the pool and sit and sit? Seattle Sapphire said, I think she's at a point of no return. I think so too. Miss T said, feels so fat, Chantel. You are so fat. Lose those filters. Even if she's at a point of no return, I don't know. I feel like I would if I was in Foodie's shoes, right? I think about how terrified I would be to die alone. I would. At 550 pounds, eating nonstop, being a diabetic with numerous health problems, I would be afraid my heart would give out at any time and nobody would find me. So I think I would go to some type of facility where at least they can, like, I don't know, make sure I'm still breathing or be there if I die. I don't know. Because we know she's going to sneak in food wherever she goes, anyways, but maybe she's not afraid of death. I mean, I'm not really afraid of death. I'm more afraid of dying alone and everybody I love dying before me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it scares me to think of like something happening and like nobody finds me or nobody comes for days. Like, how is Foodie not afraid of that? Her mother's heart must break every single day. Can you imagine having your daughter in another country and you have basically no control over what they're doing and just hoping that they're still alive the next day? So you have no idea because they're not returning your calls anymore. So you check their YouTube and you see all this. I think I would end up flying to Kuwait and just end up on the doorstep and be like, "You're coming home with me." I don't care what you say. It's wild that her family doesn't even go there. Labor said, Solid really has become a caretaker. She refuses to do anything for herself. She's incapable. She's so helpless. I've never seen an adult be so effing helpless in my life. She can't go to the mall. She can't find a parking spot. She can't get off the couch. She can't go get her own food sometimes. I'd be surprised if she even wipes. Salah probably does it, which is why he was probably in the restroom the other day with her. Remember when he we were confused for a minute? We're like, "Where are we?" And then we hear all the noises of Foodie Beauty just letting loose on the toilet, and then magically Salah's voice pops out, "Hey, you guys!" I don't know, that lives rent free in my head. I don't know if I actually watched this or if I just retweeted it because I knew it was gonna be cute, but let's watch this. Hold on. This is Nana Spike Tea.
Hey guys. Okay, so let me tell you something here, okay? I was doing some spring cleaning the other day, believe it or not, right? And I came across this black silky bed sheet that I normally use for Halloween, and I was about to throw it out. I said, hey, wait a minute. That'd be perfect to do some more parodies of our favorite cosplaying queen. Oh, yeah. I mean, doesn't it fit the part perfectly? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I could do some more parodies. Would y'all like to see some more parodies?
Yes.
Now, look, I've done a few parodies, okay? They don't rake in the views, but I do it for myself because I think they're funny, and I got a few people who enjoy them, but yeah, I'm going to get back to doing parodies, and I think this is perfect for the part.
I have a suggestion. I don't know if you already do this, but I would love to see it. Can you reenact Foodie's key moments in her live streams, like the rage moments, whatever else? I think that would be effing hilarious.
To parody the cosplaying queen
She's
herself.
cute.
Yeah. And I don't mean to offend anybody or mock anything, okay, people? So don't come at me with that. It's a parody. And they say that parody is the biggest form of flattery. Or at least I think that's what they say. That's what I say, all right? But I don't mean to offend anybody. This is just a bed sheet and a headband. And it's just, to honor the cosplaying queen herself. Oh, yeah. I got to get back to parodies. What do you guys think? You guys
Please do it. You're so cute.
want to see some more parodies? Oh, yeah. This is going to be fun. Stay tuned. Parodies to come. Ready, set, freeze! Hey, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay, please reenact Foodie trying to get up off the couch. I don't know. I think it'd be funny to do like key moments in her live streams where instead of watching Foodie, we could just watch her reenact it. Because she's actually cute to look at, right? I know it's obviously a filter and stuff, but her personality is effing adorable. She said, parody anyone? I'm here for the laughs, people. So if I can provide them, I shall. I need to work on the voice. I think it was perfect. Fat Cow said, do you think we're being subjected to all this content because Foodie Beauty needs the money to travel at the end of next month, which is when she'd receive this month's revenue? That would make sense. Caroline said, who knows at this point? It really seems Sloppy is the one cracking the whip, though. Chantal has never worked this hard for or by herself. I think Paradise Pearl's latest video hits closest. Chinny Pondu said she's way too big to fly. What is she gonna do? Fake a heart attack? Can she even fly at this point? Wonder Mom said, I think as always, it's a combination of things. Something changed with her having to pay off her debt faster. She is earning less, a lot less. Salah's pushing more for Canada. Her health is getting worse. And as always, a visa run needs to happen next month. This person said, I'm beginning to think that yes, the money is for travel at the end of next month. And I think she's bringing Salad to Canada because she knows when she's here, her views are going to be triple in the blink of an eye, and then they'll be set for money here in Canada. She said they are just broke. I think a big part of her working more is, again, well, like, I don't think normies think of addictions are effing expensive. They are. And if you haven't had to support a whole alcohol addiction, food addiction, coke addiction, consider yourself very lucky because it takes everything you have. Because once you put something into your system, it's never enough. And then you build up a whole tolerance and you need more and more and more and more. And your body gets used to it. So you need more and more in order to not come down or whatever else, right? Foodie's getting high every time she eats. It's her fix. She gets high mentally. You can tell as soon as that food hits her system exactly what it does. So, on top of all her debts and whatever else is going on, she has to keep up with her food addiction. Even people sending her money, it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. She has to pay off all the car for Salah before she goes back to Canada, yeah. French said it could also be drugs. It's hell it is. I think of all the money I was making at one point when I was in the veterinary field and how much money went to alcohol, cocaine. Like, it would basically take all of my check because I would go out and party, and then let's say I would go to Yard House or whatever. It was never like 1 or 2 drinks and let's go home. It was like I would, drink 13 carafes of whatever else. I don't know why I said Yard House. I think I meant Saddle Ranch. Anyways, I went to Yard House, like, twice. Saddle Ranch, but anyways, I would buy so much shit, and it was never enough, and then once I was drinking, I wanted everybody to drink too, and it was, like, a whole thing. But yeah, so much money goes into that shit. Tap Bomb B said, "Can someone give this piece of shit a lesson in filtering?" I know. But honestly, if she's going to keep using filters, someone needs to show her the basics, 'cause now we have one eyebrow trying to run away from her fat, ugly face. She has MFW eyebrows now, and it's so distracting. I never understood why MFW didn't even out the other eyebrow. And why Foodie, if you're gonna filter, you gotta fix this. You look shocked all the time. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to look at. Hurl's comment about Chantel's Mafe. This looks like something Salah would want dumped on his chest. It really does. This is Foodie unfiltered. She'll get very upset at this. But this is what she really looks like underneath all those filters. She doesn't even give herself a pore. There's no pore to be seen, no wrinkles, nothing. But when you see her unfiltered, this is just yikes. Oof. Acadia said that's a woman in charge of her destiny and what a destructive path she has chosen. For what? To prove to a crackhead that she could get a handsome man and get married? Yeah, and the thing is, I don't even think her ex cares. Like, I think she did a lot of this to show him, but like, he doesn't care. Nobody wants Foodie. Not even her ex wanted her. Her ex. And we know all about him, right? Like, what does that say when even a man like that doesn't want her? Guess the law forgot the slimming filters. She's just so swollen. Her nose. Oh my God. This is very scary. I don't know why I zoom sometimes. I always regret it. She doesn't even look human. I say that every day, but it's true. He has his sugar mama. He don't give a fuck, true. Salt and Sauce said this entire massive unit of a human couldn't even walk around and and do simple shop errands without having to sit down. And she's so rude and entitled when in stores. I'd be embarrassed. Keep feeding your virtual pet, VIBs. Y'all haven't gotten her bedridden yet. Yikes. That's a whole lot of person. My sassy bear said Foodie's turned into a YouTube Tamagotchi. Gotchi? Is it Gochi or Gotchi? Tamagotchi? Who is only happy when fed? That's pretty much it. Again, I can't get over her arm. It's as big as my whole body. Now I gotta go look in these replies. Hold on. Have you ever wondered what scientists say about pets' behavior? We made it easy for you. I don't wonder. I know what my dog's behavior means. Right, Chachi? Her VIB idiots are feeding her addiction and ego. Oh my God, somebody needs to make one and we can feed her. Why is this not a thing? Fat cow, you know how to create everything. Make this happen. We could feed her pizza and cheeseburgers. And then instead of keeping her alive, the end game could be we feed her until she explodes. Why is this not a game? Somebody make this happen. Misty said, you know she's embarrassed. Well, this is why she doesn't like to go out anymore. You know everybody's staring at her. It's not very often you see somebody this sloppy and massive. And she's a whole spectacle in general. Like, even if we're not talking about her weight, she's loud, obnoxious, disgusting. She farts in public. She probably burps in public too. Oh, wait, no, that's frowned upon. I'm sorry. She's not allowed to burp in public over there, but she can tell people that she's going to shit on their graves. So this happened. Salah is an idiot and showed the license plate to their car. Paradise Pearl said the gigolo doxed his license plate. These creators were kind enough to blur it out. Bad Seed said Paradise Pearl is the first to point this out. So I went to see if the video is still up, and it is. Foodie Beauty and Salah, you both are morons and gave a give to all your haters by exposing your license plate. So I'm just gonna go look in my comments and my replies. Do 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 do. Don't mind me. He's the idiot who showed it, and it's still there. So if you're concerned for the safety of the people of Kuwait, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's keep going. I just have to say this because I think Busy Little Bee has turned into purple glitter. They talk all day to themselves. Rarely anybody ever replies. And they want you to know everything. With their husband, who cheated on her not that long ago and posted his D all over Twitter. Anyways, what her husband makes for dinner, if she fed her cat, whatever else. Like she rants all day to nobody, and it's kind of embarrassing, but kind of entertaining, to be honest. Um, and we know how the PG thing ended up. You know, she ended up getting a restraining order against her, ended up in court. I'm just seeing a weird similarity, many similarities, and I don't think that this person is okay. That's all I'm gonna say. They wanted you to know they had a sirloin for and veggies for dinner. For the record, they've never spoken to or about Paradise Pearl. In case anybody wanted to know, she'll say whatever she wants on her Twitter. What was this one again? Now to address the latest BS lie. I didn't look shut up about Farah or her co-host. I read QE Farms and that's where I got all my info. I say so in my video that will be reinstated as soon as a human reviews it. Jesus fucking Christ. Keep making shit up. I'ma go enjoy my weekend now. Now, I want to say this. Busy Little Bee posted Farah's husband, like pictures and everything else, um, which is really fucked up. She went to like his personal, apparently went to his personal Facebook page and took pictures, right? But let me remind you of something. Busy Little Bee went crazy when it was found out that her husband sent his D pic all over to random women on Twitter and told him to, was telling women to sit on it. By the way, this guy is no bigger than Salah. It's kind of embarrassing. Like they're one and the same. Again, I don't know why anybody would send these pictures out. Like if you're not twerking with anything, don't send it out there. Anyway, so she had a complete meltdown, accused everybody of doxing her, me specifically, but she posted Farah's husband. It's a little hypocritical. And she's got purple hair in this avatar, just like Purple Glitter tries to do with her avatars and purple theme. I think they're the same person. All right, let's keep going. Sorry, I had a moment. Oh God, B is still around. Honestly, I've been checking lately because it's funny to watch her spiral. Like if you watch PG, okay, PG for example, will talk all this shit about Monty, like all day, all night, repeated videos. But the second Monty makes a live stream talking about purple glitter, then she's back to spiraling and she's like, he's attacking my mental health. He's attacking this. Now I'm not defending Monty. I'm just telling you how it goes. Well, it's like the same thing with Busy Little Bee. She attacks everybody. And the second you say anything, right, she spirals just like PG. They're attacking my husband. They're attacking my mental health. They're attacking me for going blind. Like all this stuff. Anyways, so if you're ever bored and you need a new lol cow, I feel like Busy Little Bee is going to be it, you guys. When Foodie Beauty goes to the big buffet in the sky, we are going to be entertained for a long time. Orange Cat said, I don't think it's very nice that you're telling the internet how Salah gets excited. Okay, let's see what this is.
Anyone is gonna touch you, they need to friggin' go through a magazine and tape a picture of Farrah Fawcett from the 70s on your face to get excited. Anyone is gonna touch you, they need to friggin' go through a magazine and tape a picture of Farrah Fawcett from the 70s on your face to get excited.
I feel like that needs to be on somebody's soundboard. I don't have one, but if I did, that would be it. Like every time I got a super chat, that would just play, I swear. Or do I have to do that through Discord? I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy. I loved it the most. Said this is a screenshot, no filter editing. I'm sure Cutie has some filters on this, but dang, Cutie, your body is as big as the pregnant camel. Girl, if your goal is to be the fattest woman in Kuwait, you're doing a great job. Maybe that's it. Maybe she wants to be known as being the fattest woman in Kuwait with the pervy husband who wants to grape your Bible. Maybe that's the goal. Oh my gosh. If you guys want to listen to a good song, may I suggest Burning Love? But it has to be this version. I don't know why I like it so much, but it says Aloha from Hawaii, live in Honolulu, 1973. So please search this song and rock out. And just know I already did this morning. Mustang Sally, Wilson Pickett. May I suggest that song? Or ZZ Top, Legs. I feel like this song is so sexy. I feel like when they play guitar, it's so sexy. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a whole sexy song and vibe. And yeah. All right, let's keep going. I'm sure most of you guys have heard it, but if you haven't, please search it up. Farrah's going live this afternoon, and I have been loving her channel. So please feel free to like join in. And she's so nice to everybody, so nice and so respectful. And the chat's a good time. Usually, a lot of people from our chat are in her chat as well. So you'll see familiar faces. This is just really cute. I guess this is Garrett. He is our Friday emotional support carrot, even though it's Saturday. So just, I don't know, pretend it's Friday, okay? Whatever. I thought he was cute. This is Foodie Beauty's stomach, who could have its own zip code and I feel like is bigger than my entire city. Again, doesn't this make your back hurt looking at it? It hurts my hips, it hurts everything. I guess I know why she always likes to seal. Good lord. I've never seen somebody's back look like their front. Like, if you're just looking at the top, right? In this photo right here, I don't know if you could see where I'm circling with my little pointer. You can't tell which way is which, and that's actually terrifying. Oh, Lord. I think that's all I have, you guys. That was a really short stream, and I'm very sorry. Hold on, I'm gonna look in these replies because I'm nosy as fuck. Lisa said the bottom side seams of that shirt are hanging on for dear life. It's just gonna rip. One day she's gonna be on a live stream and the clothes are just gonna fall apart on her. That won't be very modest. And I hope I'm not live for that. I don't want to see nude foodie. Dee Dee's Fault said, what the hell is she eating to be gaining at this pace? She has to be snacking 24/7. I'm telling you, she is the person that even when she promises Salah that she's not snacking or she's trying, if he ever went and he was ever there for one thing and checked in the bathroom, when she's not on camera eating, she's eating 24/7. And I'd be willing to put money on the fact that she hides in the bathroom. She turns off the light and she snacks. She has become that person. Yeah, girl. Totally, Tiffany said, I think the gunt is getting lower and lower, which is why she thinks she's a skinny queen, but also why she has so much trouble walking. Like a pregnant woman after the baby drops. It'll be down to her knees soon, if not already. Kimberly said the blouse is holding on for dear life. Chantal, you should be ashamed of yourself for doing this to your body, your organs, and your overall health. Just ridiculous and childish behavior. Nosy said she really shouldn't be drinking while pregnant. Or smoking, for that matter. I'm gonna like it. Shelly said the picture of her in the black and white dress in front of the fridge was eye-opening. Hold on, I feel like I have bookmarked things that I couldn't show you the whole Twitter. But hold on, let me check really fast. This is gonna drive me nuts. If I'm missing anything, I'm really sorry. Wait, where did you guys go? Come back to me. Oh, there you are. Roxy, hello. I just don't understand what the point of that t-shirt is. We can see everything. Okay, well then, if that's the case, like, what's the point in the hijab, right? We could see every roll, every crevice. Oftentimes, when she's wearing those black pants, like, I remember times where she's been sitting with her legs open, and we could see the folds. You could see the kitty indent. You could see like everything. So, what is the point of covering your hair if you're showing off every roll to the whole world and you're doing theater content? It will never make sense to me. Hold on. There was something I bookmarked. Let me see. Please tell me it's still there. But what was it? Oh, hold on, you guys. You're just gonna have to go through this with me. Oh, you know how I told you guys Aisha blocked me yesterday? So, this is what she got mad about. I'm just gonna show you really fast. So she always tries, to paint things a certain way, right? Um, I have to be really careful with my words because people are gonna take this the wrong way. So while I acknowledge that there's good and bad in every group or community, every type of people, right? Like, what I'm not gonna do is let Aisha say the rest of the world is wrong about what her religion promotes and does. And she says here, like, she's always painting everybody as Islamophobic if anybody says anything, right? Anything at all, which really annoys me. Aisha said DV is not allowed in Islam. What you're describing is cultural, has nothing to do with religion. Aisha was mad about this tweet. The way Chantal treats Salah, she's very lucky to have a Muslim man that isn't strict, because I guarantee you that her behavior wouldn't continue like that and be allowed to disrespect him in public. Nader didn't allow disrespect, and I think that is where she says, I don't know, it was a whole thing, but we talked about that tweet yesterday or the day before. So this person, Nolan Boyd, said, posted this screenshot, but there's this. As to those women on whose part ye fear disloyalty and ill conduct, admonish them first. Next, refuse to share their beds. And last, beat them lightly. But if they return to obedience, seek not against them means of annoyance, for Allah is most high, great above you all. I thanked this person for sharing it, and she got very mad. This is what she put as her tweet not long after I got blocked. Aisha, I just have to say, fuck what you're about. Your religion, or at least a lot of it, isn't this peaceful religion. I'm trying to say, like, you're fucked up, dude. Like, you have to acknowledge that there's really bad things that go on, right? The marrying minors, everything else, the abuse. I guess she doesn't like screenshots being used against her. Anyways, you guys, I love you so much. Aisha's a scared bees or nothing else. She's Foodie Beauty 2.0. She is. Sorry, I'm not for beating women. Oh, but we're only allowed to be beaten lightly, I guess, so it's okay. That's so fucking gross. So fucking gross. Hopefully she didn't get mad at me. Who? It's not Islamophobic to point out obvious reality. And there's good and bad in every religion, right? Like, I was raised Christian. Now, I don't go to church. I'm not religious. I find myself to be spiritual. There's things in Christianity I don't agree with, or at least what some churches preach, right? Like, at least what some churches preach. So it's just one of those things. But I'm also not like in denial that anybody could be a hypocrite, anybody could be a bad person in religion, anything could be in your book that you're reading and you shouldn't be abiding by. I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't be beating anybody lightly. You shouldn't think it's okay to marry minors. Anyways, I am gonna go on a whole tangent. A whole tangent, and I'm going to choose peace right now. I'm going to choose peace. I guess what I'm trying to say is I get mad at people who hide behind religions, but like only paint things a certain way. And then if you point out that XYZ is allowed, Like, they go on this whole rampage. Anyways, I love you guys. A lot of Christian people seem to go to church for a show, but fall asleep each service and very judgy. Yes. I mean, I remember I have some religious trauma, which is why I don't go to church. It is. And the people, it's crazy to me. This is, I'm going to save most of this for a member stream. One day we need to do a member stream. And I have so much I want to say. But I remember like we started out at this small church, right? And I loved it when I was a kid. And then the church got bigger, and we thought that was cool. The word of God is getting out, more people are coming. You want that, right? But then it became one of those churches with the Starbucks, the clothing store. Like they had, I remember at the time, like when things started getting, I noticed things. I'm like, why are we playing on PlayStations instead of like worshiping? I don't know. There was things, it became like a bigger church to get more people there. And then there was like religious stuff that happened to me, like at this one rehab I went to. It was just all really bad. So, anyways, but I still believe in God. I still believe a lot of what I was taught when I was younger, but I don't believe a lot of what a lot of churches say. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and you know, that's where I'm at. I pray to him all the time, but I don't need to go to church on a Sunday to like prove my loyalty. I think I could be praying in the shower. I think I could be praying on the toilet. I could be praying watering the grass. I guess that's my version of church when I'm hiking, when I'm with my dog on a walk, when I'm hanging out with the lizards in the backyard. That's my version of church, and it's great. Church going Christians are the biggest reasons for atheists who acknowledge Jesus with their lips walk out and live a non Jesus driven life. That's what an unbelieving world simply finds unbelievable. Um, I don't know. This is going to go into a whole thing. Like, I think I can see what you're saying because I've experienced a lot of people that have made me like question things, I guess. A lot of hypocrites, but like a lot in any religion, right? A lot of hypocrites. But I guess what it is for me is I face death in numerous experiences and time and with my addiction and everything else, and I'm still here. And there was moments I swore God was talking to me, and I haven't felt that since, but I knew like I was gonna be okay. I knew God had my back, and like that showed me that he was real. And when I took this leap of faith to get sober and I knew it was going to be painful and hurt and everything else, like I remember having a conversation with God, like, I want my daughter back. Like, I really want her back. I want my family back. I want to be best friends with my sister again. And I had this conversation where I was like, I'm going to do sober living. I'm going to get my shit together. Like, please just help me along this and please make the end goal, Breezy Jr. And I don't know, it was like we had this agreement and both things happened. Anyways, I faced things that showed me that Jesus is very real, God is very real. But there's definitely people that will make you be like, I definitely don't want any part of that, right? I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it with my own eyes. The guy who shared my nudes brags about going to church and how much he loves God, but is revenge corning somebody because they blocked you? Is that really godly, right? Like it's people like that who make me feel like, oh God, I'll never go to church again. Like, I don't know. I couldn't stand going to CCD. I guess what bugs me because you can't pour from an empty teapot. To take care of you, I must first care for myself. I get that. I get that. But then I'm gonna pull up the chat on my phone because I feel like I'm missing things. I'm looking at the StreamYard version. Um, was raised Catholic too, switched to Protestant. I was raised Catholic. Do more for others than yourself is what I got from being a Catholic. Yeah, back to like religion things. For a long time, I didn't understand Catholic people, right? Because like my grandma, she was raised in a convent. I don't know how we ended up on religious stuff, but like I'm kind of liking this conversation. Usually I try to avoid it, but I guess it's not really a bad conversation. We're just kind of talking in general, right? We're not trying to get anybody to convert, just kind of talking. Um, my grandma was raised in a convent, so it's kind of a sad story. Her mom died when she was during childbirth, and so her dad had this job. He had to work. He didn't know how to raise a daughter, and so she was put in this convent. And she had like this love for nuns to the day she died. Like she would talk about her nuns and like all this stuff. She loved her rosary beads. Anyway, she believed certain things, but when she became a nurse and I guess fell in love with my grandpa. He was Episcopalian and she was Catholic. And they kicked her out of the church. They kicked her out of the church, and I remember how broken her heart was. And so like growing up, I kind of didn't understand that. I'm like, how can you kick somebody who was basically raised by you out of the church because they married somebody who still believes in God? So I just have this weird thing with religion. But again, things have changed, and I understand not everybody in every religion believes everything that everybody else does, right? Or is okay with it. You have a nun in the family. They showed us all the footage of absolutely broke people to tell us, hold on, the comment went away. They showed us all this footage of absolutely broke people to tell us that we should be happy with the poverty or some nutty things like this. I went to Catholic school. Those nuns were not very nice. Yeah, I think though, if that's like all you know at the time, right? Like the nuns are raising you and they're your mother figures. I guess if you think about it, like everybody loves their mom, right? Whether they do something wrong or you have a bad relationship with them, like deep down you love them somewhere because that's your mother. So I can understand why till the day she died, she still respected them and everything because they raised her, right? So she loved them. They were there for her when other people weren't. So I get it. Anyways, I love you guys. I love the conversations we have. I love how we can start talking about foodie beauty and end off on other things. Um, I guess I'm saying all this to say, believe in what you want to believe in as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And with that, I hope everybody has a happy Saturday. A happy Saturday. Go enjoy your day. I'm not sure that I'll be live tomorrow. So, if anything, we'll catch up on everything. Monday morning, we'll do a recap. And then I'm assuming Foodie Beauty will do a long live. So, after the recap, we'll, like, I guess, sneak into the live stream. Bali said she wants to become a Scientologist. Well, good luck to her. I am not fond of Scientology, but they should probably take Bali. They should for the safety of us all. All right, I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great evening wherever you are. Wait, before you go, I need to thank Andrea for gifting the memberships. Thank you so much, my friend. And Night Owl, welcome to the Breezy Bunch. Thank you to my amazing mods and Breezy Bunch members. Have a great day, great evening wherever you are. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye, everybody.